Concord in Chicago. When I first started there, I had a pretty good background. A lot of places knew who I was, but I was already getting older. I was probably 45. I had to pick up some more work. I was working at Late Bar at that time. Concord paid less, and it was a concert venue, and it was a really nice place, a lot of good shows, but the staff there was, in my opinion, not on top of things security-wise. Their main door guy, their ID rock star, he was so full of himself. Like 5'2", maybe Puerto Rican guy. And at first they put me outside, and I didn't want to be outside, but they figured with my background I'd be good at IDs. But I hadn't handled that many IDs at that point in several years. And the first time I got one, confused and asked about it, I was quietly put on search, which is the worst job in that building. And I didn't give a shit. It was just a way for me to not be only stuck in one job. I'll do that sometimes. So I feel like I got an out. That's why I worked at the Vic when Neo was fucking up and did this and that and the other thing. So I'm doing search, and this little guy comes in, and he looked, something about him was very 80s, but he was just a fucking mess. The giant trench coat, and he was just staggering and could barely speak. And immediately found a flask on him. I took him back out to the door to send him away, because that's what security's supposed to do, keep the problems out. Bouncers let all the problems in and then fucking throw them out after they take their money. Security keeps the problems outside. I learned that from David James, and I've always done that. Did that with my crew at Neo. We had an excellent security team for a long time. Metro was a spectacular security team for a bunch of young kids. But Concord didn't have that, and when they reopened after the main COVID thing, I was still getting unemployment, and I didn't want to lose it, so I figured I would just go ahead and take some hours at Concord. Late Bar had not opened yet. So, had a pretty decent security lead prior to the COVID thing. I was only there for a couple of months when that happened, then I was out of work for however many months, went back. And then they had a new security lead, and he was another fucking piece of work. Anyway, I walked this little shit back out to the front door and figured that was it. I'd wipe my hands of it. For some reason, the main security guy goes down, and they both talk to the little dude who was fucked up, couldn't speak, and had tried to bring a flask in. They let him in. I've walked out of some jobs over that shit in the past, but I had already been planning to go to Arizona in another month, and I didn't give a fuck. That they would do something that's basically insulting my abilities as security. So to say I didn't give a fuck was probably wrong. At any rate, the dude gets in, and within 10 minutes, they're dragging him down the stairs. And I wanted to go to the fucking big boss and just say, look, these people are not who you think they are. They're getting paid way too much for the way they do their job. I really couldn't stand the floor management there. The main guy, he seemed alright. He was just distant. Didn't talk to him much. We had mutual friends, so he was kind of nice to me, but I'm glad I'm not working at Concord. I'm glad I'm not working with hundreds and hundreds of people. I'm glad I'm not doing security. Gets old, bro.